Well, again, welcome, welcome, welcome. This is me, Wanda Martin. So I'm so glad that you guys decided to join me again for Lunchtime Goals with Wanda, where we break for we break for 8. So that means that for 8 minutes, I get to hang out with you guys and I share one goal setting tip that's going to educate you and it's also going to motivate you to go after your goals. And so the reason why I only do that for 8 minutes, and you guys probably should know this story by now, but I'm going to say it every time I'm on Lunchtime Goals with you guys. But the reason why it's only for, 8 minutes is because the University of Scranton, they did a research. And they discovered that 92% of Americans who set goals, they never achieved their goals. And that's not you guys because you signed on to Lunchtime Goals so you can achieve your goals. But they said 92% of Americans who set goals, they never achieve their goals. Which means if you're good at math, we're going gangster with it. Only 8% of Americans who set their goals, they actually achieve their goals. And so my goal is to get on here every Wednesday at 12 noon on Facebook Live. My goal is to get you guys to be a part of that 8%. We don't want to be a part of the 92%. We want to be a part of that's right, we want to be a part of the 8%. And the only way we can do that, I got to give you some information, I got to educate you, and I got to motivate you with some information that's going to help you to be a part of that 8%. Now, just to do a quick recap from last week, we said one of the things that the 8%ers would do in order to achieve their goals, they will make sure all of their goals are what? If you guys been hanging out with me for some time, y'all know what the answer is. That's right. You have to make sure your goals are specific. People that fall into the 8% category, they all make sure their goals are specific. And the reason for that is because vague goals will produce vague results. Or in other words, when you are specific, that's when you'll get it. And so my example I talked about when you go to the grocery store, when you know specifically what you want, you're able to get in and get out. But when you don't know specifically what you want, if you don't have a detailed list, you're in that store a whole lot longer. Why? Because you're not specific about what you want. And that is how your life will go. When you're not specific about what you want, you'll find that your life will be going around in circles until you become specific, and then that's when you'll get it. And I don't want that to happen to you. I don't want your life to be going in circles. I want you to be able to get what you want. But the only way that can happen is you have to make sure your goals are specific. So that's the first thing that the 8%ers would do. The second thing we said that the 8%ers would do, they would make sure all of their goals have what? Deadlines. You have to make sure all of your goals have deadlines. Listen, if you have goals for 2020, make sure you have attached deadlines to your goals. Now, it's been a proven fact that majority of individuals who set goals, most of them set the same New Year's goals 10 times without any success. And the reason for that is because of what? That's right. They don't have any deadlines attached to them. Listen, you guys, deadlines are so essential to you guys achieving your goals. And here's why. Because number one, it creates a sense of urgency. Or in other words, it will move you to action. So whenever you see a deadline to something, it has a way of moving you to action. I'm having a transparency part right here. Right before the pandemic, I wound up getting a ticket on my way to a gym. I know, womp womp. But I wound up getting a ticket. Now, here's the thing. When that ticket came in the mail, it had a deadline to it that I had to pay that ticket before something else would take place. How many know that deadline? When I saw that deadline on the ticket, it moved me to action. It moved me to do something so that consequence will not come upon my life. And so that is how it is with your goals. When you have deadlines, it's going to produce action or it's going to move you to action. That is probably one of the reasons why some of your goals that's been sitting on your list haven't been achieved. It's probably because you have not set any deadlines to them. You probably just have, I want to lose weight, get out of debt. I want to write a book, start a business. But what's the deadline date? Listen, one thing that I'm notorious about saying, without a deadline date, it's not a goal. Without a deadline date, it is not a goal. It's just a wish list. It's your bucket list, but it is not a goal. For anything to qualify as a goal, it has to have a deadline. Deadline moves you to action, but then also deadline will help you to balance out your workload. So for an example, I talked about how last month was a busy month for me. And so what I did, I took all of my assignments, all of my tasks, and I attached deadlines to them. And because of the deadlines, I was able to spread them out over the course of the month so that I would not become overwhelmed. And so that is another good reason why you need to have deadlines attached to your goals. And that is because it will help you to balance out your workload. Now, how many of you guys have a busy month for this month, for the month of August? And if so, you got some goals in there, you need to have deadlines attached to them so that you can balance that out and so that you can get everything done that you really want to get done. Now, the third thing that we talked about in order to achieve your goals, you have to make sure your goals are written down. You have to make sure your goals are written down. And we talked about this. We said most millionaires, and here's the thing, most millionaires and highly successful people have this one thing in common, and that is they write their goals down. Now, like I said before, you cannot have your goals stuck up in your head. You have to write them down. You have to take them out your head and you got to put them on paper. Because I said there's something powerful that happens when the pen hits the paper. And so you want to make sure you write your goals down. Now, I gave you guys an assignment. How many of you guys made sure you wrote your goals down since last week? If so, go ahead and put me for me. Oh, I see a lot of people. Okay, Denise says she wanted to complete 4 chapters of her personal training book by August 31st. Yes, I can't wait for you to do that. That's a great goal, Denise. All right, I love this. I love this. So now, how many of you guys went ahead and wrote out your goals? Because that was an assignment since last week. You have to make sure you write out your goals. And okay, Sharita says she did great. Now, the reason why it's important to write out your goals is because you're 42% more likely to achieve your goals just by you writing them out. Look at that, 42% more likely to achieve your goals. Even if you don't do nothing, just writing them out, you're 42% more likely to achieve them because you wrote them out. So that's one good reason why it's important to write down your goals. But another good reason why it's important for you guys to write down your goals is because what gets written gets done. What gets written gets done. So some things may not have been being accomplished or achieved because you never wrote them down. It's almost like your to-do list. You find yourself more apt to follow through and to produce action on your to-do list. Why? Because you wrote it down. But the same thing will happen with your goals. When you write your goals down, what gets written, it motivates you to get it done. So that's the third reason, or the third thing that the 8%ers will do in order to be a part of their 8%, and in order for them to achieve their goals, they have to make sure, or they make sure that they write their goals down. So now that we got that out the way, now let me give you the tip for the day. What is the tip for the day that's going to help you to be a part of the 8%? And here it is. In order for you to be a part of the 8%, in order for you to stick to your goals before this year run out, so you can accomplish those goals before this year run out, you have to do this thing. And that is, you have to review your goals. You have to review your goals. You know, I'm just a fan. My thing is, look, why would you even set goals and you not review them? Why are you setting goals and you putting them in your drawers? Or why are you setting goals and you never look at them? Look, you guys heard of that saying, out of sight, out of mind? Well, that's the same thing that will happen with your goals when you don't review them daily. When you do not review your goals daily, once they're out of sight, they're out of mind. There's nothing in front of you that's going to motivate you to go after your goals. And so it is so important that you review your goals. Those individuals that's a part of the 8%, one of the things that they are notorious about doing, they review their goals. And look at this, daily. They don't do it weekly. I found out that they review their goals daily. You guys should just do the homework yourself. Look up highly successful people. Look up millionaires, habits of millionaires, and you will find one of the things that they're notorious about doing, they review their goals daily. Listen, you guys, daily reviewing your goals will help you to do several things. Number one, it's going to help you to stick to them. You're more likely will stick to your goals when you daily review them. Number two, it's going to help you to accomplish them, or should I say achieve them. And that's why we all are here today at 12 noon, because we're trying to accomplish and achieve our goals. When you daily reviewing your goal, it's going to help you to do that. But then also number three, it's going to help you to, it's going to remind you of the things that you really want to accomplish. And so you want to make sure that you daily review your goals. Now, I just want to share with you some of the things that I do. Now, I shared last week how I write down my goals every single day. So you can turn to whatever page you want to here, and you'll see that my goals are written down. But one of the reasons why I write down my goals, yes, because what gets written gets done, and I'm 42% more likely to achieve them. But while I'm writing down my goals, guess what? I'm also reviewing my goals. So it is not a surprise to me why I'm successful in achieving my goals, why I'm successful in accomplishing my goals, why I see my goals show up in my life is because, look, I'm writing them down. I have deadlines to them, but I'm also reviewing them. And so this is one way that I review my goals daily. I put them in this book. I have a book, just a little small book called Goals, and I write my goals down and I review them daily. But then also, what I did also, I have my goals. I took my goals and I printed them out and I put them in this nice, beautiful frame, and I have it sitting on my desk. So when I come get into my office every day to go to work, I have my goals sitting right there before my eyes. Why am I doing that? Because it's important that I review my goals. Listen, your brain has been designed to bring to pass whatever it sees on a consistent basis. And because I see my goals on a consistent basis, guess what's happening? I'm making ways my brain to find out ways to how to bring what I wrote down to pass. And so that's another way that I want to show you just myself how I review my goals daily. Because I'm just not just telling you guys this. This is something that I put into practice in my own personal life to see these things show up in my life. But here's another thing that I do. Like, I took my goals. I don't know how many of you guys believe in vision boards. How many of you guys believe in vision board? You have a vision board, just put vision board for me, because this helps as well. Look, so what I did, I took my 10 goals that I had for this year, and I took out images and I attached them to this cork board. And this board also is sits in my office, something that I can review my goals daily. So do you see how serious I am about reviewing my goals daily? It really helps me to stay focused, and it helps me to stick to my goals because I see them on a daily basis. And so this is something that you can do for your goals as well. You can just take your goals and find images to match them, put them on a cork board and hang them up in your office or on your wall or in your bedroom, something of that nature that's going to help you to review your goals. So you guys got, a lot of you guys got vision boards. That's great. And so you guys know what it's like to have vision boards. Vision boards are so powerful. Why? Because it's something that you're constantly looking at. It's something that you're constantly looking at. And so that's just my story on how it is important for me to review my goals, but the same thing goes for you. It is so important for you to review your goals. It almost reminds me of the story of this young man. Well, I shouldn't say that he's young now, he's older than me, but it reminds me of his story in growing up. There was this young man, he said that one particular day he had came home from college because he really didn't know what he wanted to do with his life, and his mother was a hairdresser. And so he goes to the shop where his mother was working, and he just sits there. And while he sits there, there's this woman that's in that salon named Ruth. She kept staring at him, just staring at him. And so, of course, he's like, why is this woman keep staring at me? So eventually she said, can someone get me a piece of paper and a pen, please? And so they came and they gave Ruth a piece of paper and a pen. And she began to write these 3 statements down. And she wrote this. She wrote, you will speak to millions. She wrote, you will travel the world. And then she wrote, you will make a positive difference in the lives of other people. She wrote those 3 sentences down. Then she folded the paper and she handed it to him. He said when he received the paper and he opened it and he read those 3 statements, he said something came alive on the inside of him, because he said it was as if someone believed in him. He said after he read those 3 statements, he folded a piece of paper up and he put it in his wallet. And every day he would review those 3 statements. They were his goals for his life. Do you guys know who that was? He said as a result of it, he wound up living out exactly what he reviewed on a daily basis. Do you guys know who that gentleman was? Let me show you. It was Denzel Washington. Amazing, Denzel Washington. They said if you was to talk to him today, that he still walks around. Yes, okay, you guys know who it is. Yeah, they said he still walks around with that piece of paper in his wallet, and he reviews it daily. He reviewed it daily. But here's the thing: he looked at it every single day. Why? Because there's something powerful that happens when you review something on a daily basis. And so those things happen to Denzel Washington. So there's power in you reviewing your daily goals. Listen, it is not a waste of time. And I feel like I need to say that again. It is not a waste of time. It only probably will take you about 1 to 2 minutes to review your goals daily. But you can make some amazing impact in your life just by you just reviewing your goals. So why am I telling you all of this? Because your brain has been designed to process what it sees. Your brain and my brain has been designed to process exactly what it sees. That's why you should watch what you're looking at. But on a positive note, your brain and my brain has been designed to process what it sees. So in other words, you have to visualize it until it materializes. It's the power of visualization. Visualize your goals coming to pass in your life until they actually come to pass in your life. So what are you doing? You're visualizing it until it materializes. So every day, what I want you guys to start doing until we meet again next Wednesday, I want you to start visualizing yourself achieving your goals. So in other words, I want you to start visualizing yourself losing the weight. I want you to visualize yourself getting that credit score. I want you to visualize, give me some other goals that I saw, Deneen, you completing that training book. I want you to visualize yourself getting out of debt. Visualize yourself starting that business. Visualize yourself writing that book. Whatever goal you have set for 2020, I want you to visualize yourself achieving that. Why? Because something powerful happens when you visualize. When you visualize things, you can materialize things, because thoughts become things. When you visualize things in your mind, they become things. And so that's why it's so important to visualize those things. Here's another reason why. Your life constantly moves towards the dominating images of your mind. Your life will constantly move towards the dominating images of your mind. So what am I saying? I want the dominating images of your minds to be your goals. What goals do you have? Then those are the images you want to keep in your mind so that your life can now start what? Moving towards it. Listen, my life is moving towards the dominating images of my mind when it comes to my goals. And I want to see the same thing happen for you guys. Look, I don't want to be a part of the 8% by myself. I want all you all to be a part with me. But that comes on the back end of you making your goals specific. You got to have deadlines. You have to write them down, but you also have to review them daily. And again, that's why vision boards are so powerful, because it's something that you are seeing on a daily basis. So you guys got that? Now, how to review your goals. And let me just give you these little tidbits and then we're out. Number one, you want to make sure you put on a schedule to review it daily. So just like you have your to-do list, you should have on your schedule every day, review my goals. That is something that I have on my to-do list every day, to review my goals. I don't know if you guys can see, but I call it my daily goal routine. So these are the 5 things that I do every day, and a part of that is review my goals. And so I have a routine. So what did I do? I wrote it down, because what gets written, it gets done. So you should make it a part of your daily routine. Put it on your schedule. Put it on your calendar to review your goals on a daily basis. Number 2, make it a part of a screensaver, on your computer or on your cell phone. Make your goals a part of that so that you're constantly reviewing them, so that you're constantly seeing them. Here's another thing. Put them in a journal like I did. You can put your goals in a journal. You can hang them on your wall. I have my goals. I have my goals list. I know I have all of this right. But here's my goals. I went to, Walmart, got a big Post-it, and I have my goals listed on this big Post-it sheet, and I posted on my wall. So as you can see, I just don't have it in a journal to review them. I just don't have it in a frame that's on my desk, but I also keep my goals on this big Post-it note. And I have it hanging on my wall. Why? Because I'm serious about getting this in my eye gate, so that my life can start moving towards the dominating images that are in my mind. And so you can do the same thing. You can hang them on your wall. You can put them in a frame like I've done. But again, that's another way for you to review your goals. Here's something else. Set your alarm to go off to remind you to review your goals. I know since we're in this pandemic, a lot of our lives has been, off kilter. We've been making a lot of adjustments in our lives, and so things really haven't been normal, but we're trying to get back to this place of normalcy. But here's something when it comes to your goals. You want to make sure that you set an alarm to go off to remind you. You may forget about it, but if you set the alarm, it can remind you, hey, it's time for you to go to review your goals. On my phone at 3 o'clock every day, it reminds me to look at my goals. 3 p.m. every day, it reminds me to look at my goals. Why again do I do that? Because my brain has been designed to bring to pass exactly what I constantly focus on. What you focus on, you make room for. What you focus on, you make room for. You want to start making room for your goals, then you need to start focusing on them. That means you need to start reviewing them. Oh, I love this. Jamel says to complete her book this month. Okay. These are great. Some of you bears, oh, that was, oh wow, no, that's okay. So I love the fact that you guys are joining in and you give me feedback and you're sharing in this time of lunchtime goals. So I want to make sure that you guys get it. But that's something else you can do to make sure that you to review your goals, or something that can help you to review your goals. You can set an alarm clock to remind you to review your goals. And then also, lastly, you can put this app on your phone. It's called Hay House, HAYHOUSE, and I had this app as a part of my phone. And what it does is, and I wish I can show you today, but I'm actually recording, doing this Facebook Live from my phone, but actually it's an app. It's called Hay House, HAY House, and you can put it on your phone. You can download it to your phone, and it allows you to put your goals in your phone or within this app, and you can put pictures to it, you can put music to it, you can put your voice to it. And so while I do my running in the morning time, I'm listening to my goals. While I'm running, I'm listening to my goals. That's another way for me to review my goals. So do you guys see how serious this is? It's so much more. It's so much more than you just writing something down on a piece of paper. You have to work your goals in order for your goals to work for you. But the only way you can do it, you got to make sure they're specific. You got to have some deadlines. You got to write them down, and you have to review your goals. Listen, visualize your goals until they materialize. So my challenge to you guys this week is this. For the next 7 days, I want you to review your goals daily. For the next 7 days, I want you to review your goals daily. Now, how many are going to do this? If so, go ahead and type me for me. Hay House, yes. Okay, Denise says she does. She has an alarm set to read her personal training book for 20 minutes. Oh, these are great. That's a great job, Denise. Okay. Karen says she's going to download the app. Great. Tamika, me. Okay, so you're going to review your goals. Who else going to? Latasha, you're going to review your goals. Great. I love it. Who else going to review your goals for the next 7 days? Only take about 1 to 2 minutes. 5 at the max that you're going to review your goals. Okay, Jessica said me. Jamel said me. Okay, so you guys are going to review your goals. Yeah, and these are some of the things we got to get back to the basics of doing. I'm pretty sure some of us got away from it, but we want to get back to it. Okay, Shay. Hey, Shay. Shay said me. Karen said me. Thank you. I review, but I have to go to a meeting. Bye, Sonia. Enjoy your meeting. Okay, great. So you guys are going to review your goals. So, that's pretty. I'm glad that you all committed to do that. And I'm telling you, you're going to see a big difference and a big change as a result of you guys doing that. And then also, hey, in September, I know September is coming up, I'm going to do a goal set webinar. So look out for some more information about that. And then also I have a book about goal setting that's going to come out at the end of this month, y'all, August 29th. So, hey, stay tuned to that so you guys can purchase the book, have the book, so you can really go after achieving your goals for 2020. All right, well, you guys, hey, well, this is me, Pastor Wanda Martin. I am signing out. And like always, what I love to say to you guys, hey, be safe, be great, and be 8 all day. Hey, God bless you. Have a wonderful day. And don't forget to review those goals. I see you guys next week. Bye-bye.